Overall, I think I like this company. I don't want to jinx myself like I did with HMD. But really, I think there's only two negatives so far with this company. And that is basically I'm making local deliveries to department stores. So some of the places, like this place, is a pain in the ass. Now, this location used to be not so bad. I mean, getting in and out um, was a little tight, but getting in the dock wasn't so bad until they decided to add a dock to the store next door. So we got to basically blindside parallel park in the dock. The dock on the left is Home Goods, and the dock on the right is, I can't remember, TJ Maxx or Marshalls. I think it's TJ Maxx. Sometimes you'll see a Home Goods and a TJ Maxx, or a Home Goods and a Marshalls together. Now, Home Goods gets a dedicated trailer. Not really a dedicated trailer. Basically, a drop and hook trailer in the dock full of product, and they have to unload it manually. But it's not on pallets or anything like that. It's just stacked in there, high and tight. Where our stuff is on pallets, and we gotta unload. And for the most part, it's not too bad. But sometimes you got pain in the butt customers who don't do their job and clear their floor in order to make room for new product. And then they expect you to pull a rabbit out of the hat and be magic and get all of the get everything done in a timely fashion. Now, me being a new guy, I kind of been dealing with it, but as I get a little bit more seniority, experience, and expertise, and my balls get bigger, then I'm going to be like, no, I don't think so. You need to do your job so I can do my job. But it depends on the people. Some of the people are really cool. Some of the people are really not. And the ones that are cool, I'm flexible and I work with them because they work with me. The ones that are not, I'm just going to be like, hey, I'm going to go back to the truck and you let me know when your job is done so I can do my job, because I'm not doing your job. Because I don't get paid to do your job. I mean, I do. Sorta. I get paid by the hour. Sorta. But, it's like, why am I going to be frustrated doing their job when I can sit there and let them do their job and still get paid? So I'll just be like, fuck it. You do your job. You come wake me up whenever your job is done so I can unload. So, but I've only had a few locations that were like that. Most of the people are generally pretty cool. So yeah, but like this location, they're putting in this new dock, and so right now it's hard to get in there because they got this pallet of stuff right there in the way. And normally there's like a backhoe, a mini backhoe. Oh yeah, this mini backhoe that's over here on the right is usually half the time over here on the left. And they've been instructed not to leave anything on the left, but they do it anyway. And then you got this little step thingy going into the door, and then you got the outhouse. So there's a lot of obstacles here. At the moment, it'll get a little bit better after they get the dock in, but it still won't be very fun. Oh yeah, my last video was where some idiot dropped a dumpster right in the way, and I had to, squeeze parallel park the trailer in the dock, and I did it, but it was not easy. This dock here is not easy either because it's a blindside parallel park. But anyway, once they're done and that store opens, this place is going to be even more of a pain because I don't know if you can see, but yeah, they're on the right. When you go around that corner, there's really no easy way to get out from behind this parking lot or this building. There's a parking lot there on the right side of the building, and right now it's easy to get in and out because there's no cars there. But once they open that store, if that store is busy, that parking lot is going to be packed, and we may or may not be able to get out of there. So that's going to be a pain in the butt. That being said, if I could get turned around, like do a U-turn, then I could probably go back out the way I came in, provided nobody else is trying to come in at the same time. So, I don't know. We'll see about that when the time comes. But anyways, overall, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty content. I'm making about $300 a day, give or take. Depending on the day. And I'm getting my debts paid down. Right now I'm focusing on my credit cards. My Capital One card just raised my interest rate from 20% to 30%. So I'm working on getting rid of that card. And then once I get rid of that card, then I'm going to get my 20% interest rate credit card paid down. And then I'll start investing in dividend stocks again. Well, I still am. But the practice that I practice is I'm not investing in any dividend stocks that pay less yield than the interest rate on the debt that I have to pay. So I was investing in stuff that paid more than 15-20% because that's my pickup truck. That's the interest rate on my pickup truck and my credit cards. But since they raised my one of my credit cards to 30%, now it's like I'm not investing in anything that pays less than 20 or 30% yield. Preferably I'm just trying to focus on 30%. But just trying to pay down that credit card as much as possible, as quickly as possible. That being said, this last week I was able to put down $900 towards my credit card debt, so that's cool. I got pretty much all my buffer accounts built up to $1,000. And so like I got my mortgage coming out of one account, I got my pickup truck coming out of the other account, and then I got all my insurances coming out of the other account. So I pretty much got all three of those accounts built up to almost $1,000. So once I get them up to 1,000 and I keep them at 1,000, then I take the rest of the money and put it towards my debt, whatever my highest debt is, or highest interest rate debt is. And then once I get rid of that, then I go to the next one that has the highest interest rate. So, but
half a mile, take exit 56
yeah,
on the right,
anyways,
onto US 59
so
Berryville.
I'm doing pretty good here. I'm not, oops, what the heck? I'm not doing too bad. I'm home every weekend except for starting next month. Starting next month, we have to go full time and a half, basically. We got to work 6 days a week. So, because I'm delivering to TJ Maxx and Marshalls, and it's now holiday season. So, pretty soon, I'm going to have to work Monday through Saturday. Go home for a 34-hour reset. But that's just for 3 months. And then I go back to 5 days a week, which I don't mind right now because I'm trying to get out of debt and trying to build up my dividend dividend stocks. So right now I've got my passive income on dividends up to, I think, $65 a month, which ain't great, but it's not bad. You know, it's residual income. Every month I got $65 extra. So I'm building it a little slower right now because I'm focusing on getting out of debt. But like I said, anything that pays more than 20 or 30%, depending on what I feel like that day, or how much money I have in my buffer accounts, because I keep $100 buffer in my investment accounts. Well, I keep $1,000 buffer in my debt accounts. So that way, if for whatever reason I can't pay a bill out of my paycheck 1 month, I've already got that money in my buffer account. Or say I want to focus hardcore for 3 months on paying down my debt on my credit card. Well, I've got 3 months buffer payment, almost 4, in my checking accounts. So there you go. But nonetheless, so I keep $100 in my buffer in my investment accounts, and then, like I says, when I get my dividend each month or quarter or whatever, I look at the interest rate, or not the interest rate, the yield, and if that yield is higher than my interest rate on my debt, then I reinvest. So say the yield is 35%, my debt's 30%, I'll go in and throw $35 in that stock because it pays 35%. And that's basically how I'm investing right now. Once I get all my debts paid off and I'm debt free, then I'll be investing in everything. And then once I'm making enough money to where I got extra money laying around, then I'll start adding a zero to that number. So if it pays 30%, I'll throw in 300. If it pays 10%, I'll throw in 100. If it pays 1%, I'll throw in $10. But right now, if it pays 1%, well, I'm not even investing in it. But when I'm debt free, it pays 1%. I'm just going to throw in $1. However, if it's like an ETF or something like that, like it's a long-term investment, a dependable investment like gold and silver, for example, then I'll go ahead and throw a zero on it anyways, because it's a long-term investment. But I'm not focusing on those right now. Right now, I'm focusing on just getting my dividends up and focusing on just dividends stocks that pay a yield that's higher than the interest rate on my debt. But anyways, like I said, I'm pretty happy here. I'm pretty happy here so far. There's been a couple hiccups here and there, a couple challenges, whatever, but nothing major. Like I said, those are really, I think, probably the two biggest ordeals. Now, of course, I'm working out of the Kansas City area, and every terminal is different. So I can't speak for other terminals and other terminal managers and how those areas operate and how those managers operate. But as far as the Kansas City location, it's not too bad. I think right now we're hurting for drivers because of the rush hour or the holiday rush. But I understand. I'm not 100% sure, but I understand it's going to slow down after the first of the year. So, yeah, I'll maybe working 6 days a week the next 3 months, but I may only be working 4 days a week over the summer or spring or something like that. Who knows? We'll see. But once I get my dividend stocks up, then I won't have to bust my ass as much. Right now I'm running balls to the walls, running as hard as I can to get out of debt. I should have all my credit cards paid down, or all, I should say, I only have 2 credit cards. I should have both my credit cards paid down by the end of the year. So, wish me luck. Then I just got to get my pickup truck paid off, which ain't much. It's only like $7,000. And then my mortgage. My second mortgage is only $1,000. I'll probably pay it off before I pay the pickup truck off. Then I'll pay the pickup truck off, and then I'll work on paying down my primary mortgage. So, there you go. Anyway, yeah. I guess that's it. So, I'm sure some of you are curious as to what I'm doing and how I'm doing. And I know some of my videos have been negative in the past. I was going to do where I was going to call a bunch of people and interview them as far as like how much they pay and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Calling recruiters and basically questioning them for you. But those phone recorder programs aren't working anymore for some reason. They were working great, and now it's like gobbly-goobly crap. It's like scratchy bull crap. So I thought it was one of my phones at first, but then it started doing it with all my phones. So it's the programming or something. Maybe the phone companies are blocking them from being able to record our conversations or something. I don't know. So I haven't tested other apps to see if they work better. I've been waiting for the one I'm currently using to work better again, but they haven't fixed it. I tried it the other day and it still broke. So once they get that fixed, then maybe I'll be doing that like I said I was going to do. But they don't have recruiting books in the truck stops anymore, so I guess I'm going to have to Google or I don't know, just start writing down trucks that I pass or that pass me and start calling people. But once I get that recorder working, then I might start doing that for you guys. But anyhow, yeah, this all started with the website that I used to run called Truckers Ed. and I used to do a lot of educational videos for the tanker industry. And then my YouTube account got shut down because, long story short, I was with YouTube 5 years before Google bought them. And then after Google bought them, it's been a nightmare. And I had all my videos on one account. All my freedom fighter videos, all my educational videos, everything was all in one account. And no sooner than Google bought YouTube, I started having problems. They threatened to shut me down, blah, blah, blah. So I had to go in and do all this crap to keep my account because I was afraid of losing my account because I had over 1,000 videos. And then one day I had written permission from the owner or author of the book to advertise his book, which was a freedom fighter book, anti-New World Order book, a conspiracy theory book. I had written permission to advertise his book on my YouTube, and they shut me down for copyright infringement, even though I had written permission to advertise for this guy. And they refused to let me back up. They basically got rid of me almost exactly 1 year before they got rid of Alex Jones. So I don't know if I was a trial run for getting rid of Alex Jones or people like him, but basically they've been weeding out people like us. And, yeah. I'm just a small guy who don't have a big following, so I was easy to get rid of. So I'm on YouTube again. For a while I wasn't on YouTube at all. I was like, fuck YouTube. But and I should go to the competition, but I don't know, YouTube's easier to use even though you have to censor yourself. So I have a love-hate relationship with YouTube now, and I don't really use them that much anymore, not like I used to. I don't edit my videos anymore, because why not? Why? They're probably going to delete them anyways, eventually. So everything's raw, uncut. But what I was trying to say was, originally, Trucker's Ed was from a website that I had, and I no longer have. And it was supposed to be educational, and I'd like to get it back to being educational. When I have more money, then I hope to maybe put that site back up again and let other people help me basically build it. It'll be like a social network for educational stuff for truckers. So right now I used to have truckerdate.com, which was kind of a flop, mostly because of catfish. And so I got rid of it, and I recreated it as a co-driver finder website. So now if anyone is looking for a co-driver, they can go to co-driverfinder.com or truckerdate.com. It'll redirect to co-driverfinder.com, where people can basically match up and find a co-driver, whether they're looking to use it as a dateline or they're just looking for a co-driver. It's whatever, I don't care. But and I do charge for it, but it's only like $5 a month. If you pay for it monthly, I think it's like cheaper if you pay for it annually. It's like $1 a month if you pay annually. So something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, so if you're a team driver, and you're looking for a co-driver, then there you go. Basically, I came up with the idea when I was looking to go expedite, and I was talking to a recruiter for expedite. Basically, with expedite, you have to run team. And I asked him if there was a website out there to help people find co-drivers. He's like, uh, for expedite or whatever. And he jokingly said something about like expeditersonly.com, like farmersonly.com. And we laughed about it and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I took it serious and I went out and bought that domain name that same day. But I didn't want it to be just for expediters only. So I was trying to come up with a good name for it. Co-driver is taken for something else, kind of like co-pilot for GPS. So I couldn't use codriver.com. So I ended up getting codriver.cc and some of the other miscellaneous domain names. And I think I have codriver.com on back order, I'm not sure. But instead I bought codriverfinder.com. And yeah, there's some people on there that I migrated over from TruckerDate. Some of them are active, some of them are inactive, but it's whatever. So if you're looking for a co-driver, check it out. If you know somebody who might be looking for a co-driver, have them check it out. It's cheap. I only charge to keep the lot lizards and the catfish off of there. Not really lot lizards. They're like on Adult Friend Finder or wherever they are now. I don't even know. But mostly online dating, you got to watch out. It's hard to manage for catfish. So you have to pretty much charge in order to keep them off. So I wanted to make it free originally when it was TruckerDate, when I first thought of it. But, thanks to catfish, they rent it for everybody. So I try to make it as cheap as possible. But anyhow, codriverfinder.com. I'll probably keep that up and running for 20 years. If it's not successful, then I'll sell the domain name and retire. But if it is successful, then I don't know. I might keep it. I might sell it. Who knows? But anyway, Trucker's Ed, I still own that. And like I said, when I got more money, I'll get that up and running again. It'll be a social network. I'll charge for content creators to post stuff. But again, I'm going to make it as cheap as possible. So, you're not breaking the bank. But I can still pay the bills. And we can keep all the fake profiles off of the website. All the scammers and spammers and bullcrap. So, there you go. Anyways, yeah. So, I guess that's it for now. We'll talk to you later. But I'm over here at Premiere. Let's see if I can zoom into that. Yeah, you can't really see it too well. That's actually not my truck. It's another driver who was complaining about the dock or about this backing up situation. Sent the picture to a group chat to everybody, or a bunch of drivers and myself, and probably dispatch, I don't know. But anyways, it was a group text, and I got this picture in the group text. This was from the driver who was complaining about this dock. And yeah, it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. But like I said, that's probably the biggest problem with this company as far as this terminal goes, is there's some really fucked up docks you got to try to back into. you know, trying to unload at some of these customers is kind of a pain too, because they don't have room for the product and they want you to, you know, make miracles happen. Yesterday, I spent 2 hours at a customer because they didn't have room. It was a TJ Maxx and a Marshall. No, Marshalls. It was a Marshalls and a Home Goods, and they did not only have product for me, room for my product. They didn't have room for the Home Good product, and the driver was there to deliver more product, and they hadn't even unloaded the previous trailer, and they had no place to put it. He was there waiting before I even got there. I had to wait an hour for them to make room for my product, and then it took about, I don't know, maybe an hour to unload because of all the bull crap. And then I still got out of there before the Home Goods driver did. He's still waiting to get the other trailer out when I left. Actually, no, I think he was doing his drop and hook as I was leaving. So, but he was there before I was there, and he was there after I left. So, yeah, it's crazy. It's only going to get crazier the next 3 months. And then after that, it'll be downhill from there. It'll be smooth sailing next year until October, probably. But anyway, so yeah, Premier. So far, so good. I think it's a decent company to work for, but I'll keep you posted.